Hey, what's up everybody? If you guys didn't know, this is my dad Brett. My name is Briggs. We are the two owners of Miles Pellet Stoves, bringing you all a pellet stove review video.
It's review day.
It is review day. We just finished the repair series for this US stove model 5660. And what we like to do with stoves is also give it a review video. So what my dad's going to be doing, he likes doing the reviews. He's going to be walking you through the stove, doing the 360. We also want to kind of show you how it works, and then also a demo too. Demonstration, not a demo blowing up the stove. That's a different category. YouTube videos.
It's good, Briggs. We're going to show you how to operate the stove and how it works so you can see a real flame. And I'll walk through it a little bit and going to talk about this particular model and also give you some tips when you're looking possibly for a used stove, some things to check out before you do purchase one for you, your friends, and your family. So let's rock and roll. Let's do it. We'll see you in the next scene.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Okay, it's review time. So we're gonna look at this stuff. We're gonna do the 360, and I'm gonna show you some components. This is a pretty neat stove, the 5660 by US Stove. Some really nice features. So we'll just get into it. So here, I like the 3 windows. They call it a bay window. So it's really nice. So you can see obviously the flame from different directions. I like that. This one here, it does have some stainless accents here, which is nice. It's not overkill. Here, when you pull this in and out, this is the cleaning rod mechanism. It cleans the heat exchanger tubes. So when the stove is cold, you want to pull this in and out a few times through the week, and it cleans the heat exchanger tubes. Now I like to open this up. So the side doors, I really like the stoves that are magnetically held. Now this one has that. So you just pull it open, see? You don't have to use screws and whatnot, so you have easy access to the inside, but I'm gonna set this aside now because I'm gonna open up this front door. Now this front door here is attached here with these 2 latches. You can see the hook come out, it goes right in this hole, and then that one. And then you just pull it out. So here, and you only open the door on a pellet stove mainly to clean the burn pot and clean the interior surfaces and the air channels. So this one here, this is used. Here's a little bit of wear, not bad at all. It's still good. Everything's in great shape. But here on this model, this is fake brick back here. Some stoves out there have regular brick or vermiculite, which is heavier duty, but not so bad. So as I get into this right here, this is the burn pot. So the pellets are going to come down the chute, go into the burn pot, and obviously this is where your flame is. The flame goes upward, and there's heat tubes. Just think of a bunch of tubes. I don't know if we can even see it. Do we have a flame deflector in there? Nope. So right here, these tubes here get hot. And what happens is there's a convection room air fan in the back that blows air through those tubes that comes out the front of this stove. You can see it right here. See, folks, all these tubes right here. Nice warm air will come out here. So there's that. So I'm gonna get back to this burn pot. So I see an issue with this burn pot. Burn pots over time, based on they're mass produced and how the pellets you use and how much you use a pellet stove, but sooner or later they will go. They will crack. They will basically just go to not to the moon, they'll just go in the garbage. So this one here, I'm gonna pull this one out here, and good golly, we got a problem in the back here. See, this one here is totally just baked, caked. It's done. So when you're looking for a used stove, in the inside here, and specifically, look at the condition of the burn pot. If it's cracked on the bottom here, or you see something like this, well, you know you're gonna have to buy another burn pot. Negotiate that with the price of the stove from the seller. So anyway, I'm gonna put this back in, but obviously I'm gonna put a new one in here because this is not right for somebody else's home. So I'm going to put that back in. So that's the inside. It's pretty basic. But if I go down low here, what they've done, you take this cover off like this. It's magnetically held. And then right here, there's a latch on this side and there's a latch on the other. This is your ash bin. Ooh, there goes the door. So here we go. You just undo it, and then you pull the ash pan out. And this collects the ashes. So you want to dump this, throughout the week. Just keep dumping it. Now
That's a good size ash pan.
It is. I'm pretty impressed with it. And this has got a nice seal here around the ash pan. So when you put it back in, it's like so. And then you're going to find the hole there, find the hole here. And I do it at the same time. Clamp, and here's the beauty plate. And it goes right over.
Fancy.
So it's not bad. I do like it. So we'll go over here. So I like these magnetic doors because you can keep things clean in here. You can keep your convection room air fan clean. This fan here, as it spins, it blows air up the back here through those heat tubes, and warm air goes out into your home. So the accessibility of this is really, really nice. You can get right to it. Now, if we go a little bit lower, see if we can get, no, I don't think we'll do it. Right, you can see my hand. Right where my finger is, that's where the igniter is.
The metal tube there?
Yes.
Yep.
And here's the two leads over here, son. So when you have to replace an igniter, we did a video on this, so you, your friends, and your family can change it and save some money. But the igniter's there. Here is the auger motor. That's what drives the auger shaft upward, brings the pellets upward, and drops them down into that burn pot, which looked horrible, but anyway, that's where the fire burns. So here, basic wiring. This goes to your outlet. Here is for your airflow. Usually keep it open. This is your outside air tube here, a 2-inch tube. They make it an adjustable on here. This one's open, opens fine. So that's it on that side. So if we go, let me clamp this down. So when you close the door, here's your 2 pinpoints. Bring it over gently and just clamp them in and just push down on it. And so, just like so. Nice magnets for the door. I'm going to shut it. I'm going to go around the back here, Briggs. So, if it's this stove or any used stove, make sure that the mainstay plate is here. That has the serial number. It'll show you the third-party testing lab. It'll tell you what model it is. It'll give you some schematics on how to install it, or you can download an owner's manual. And make sure you have this. Right in this section here, it looks like a little handle, but it's not. There's a room sensing probe there. So when you're in the thermostat mode, say you set the stove at 75 degrees, there's a probe here that will detect the temperature of the room. It's a thermostat, but it's an external. It's a temperature sensing room probe. And the back here, this is the outside air kit. So, like by code, if you have a manufactured home, you'll have to hook up this, or if you see fit, you can hook up an outside air kit to this tube. Pretty easy. Connect it. Just get yourself a C-clamp, tighten it down. Back over here, this is your exhaust, 3-inch exhaust that comes off a pellet stove. So you're going to bring your exhaust straight out the wall, which is called horizontal venting, or you can come out and go vertically up through your structure. So let's speed it around. I have to switch. Okay, let's go. This is magnetic doors. I just love it.
Doing fantastic.
So here, we did a lot of repair videos on this one to help y'all. But here's your exhaust motor here. So this gets hot. And obviously this is where the exhaust, 3-inch exhaust tube will go out. But this will spin and exhaust the air out. This is your low temp or proof of fire sensor. Pretty simple If you need to replace it, it's right there. I like this stove because everything is pretty much right here except for the igniter. That's a little tricky to get to, but I know you can do it. Standard vacuum switch, detects negative air pressure. We did a video on that. There you go on that. So we just turn this thing around. I like these doors because you can keep things clean, and down the line, which you'll have to, replace a motor, an auger, rarely, not so much an auger, but an igniter and things like that. Yes, they're all moving parts. So you can at least maintain this throughout the year. I like the accessibility of this stove. Really, really cool. Up here, standard hopper. This is the power cord that goes in the back of the stove. This one here, I think it's 40 or 50 pounds. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but it does hold enough to get you through. And some troubleshooting guides here, which are somewhat helpful, but just watch some of our videos. We did a really, really good repair series on this particular model. So nice little handle, and just shut it down nicely. Overall, you know, it's nice accents, nice, you know, nice stove. But the thing is before, like I've done some things on some used stoves. So when you find a used stove and you go look at it from the seller, first thing, ask them, I'd like to plug in the stove and see it work. So when you plug it in, make sure you start the stove, make sure that it does start. And listen to those fans. I showed you two fans, one on this side, one on the other side. Convection room air fan and the exhaust fan. Listen to them. They should be nice, smooth. If you hear a bunch of squeaking noise, there's a red flag, another discount. You know, you're gonna have to replace those fans later down the line. But again, you don't want a lemon. And if the stove does not distribute pellets into the burn pot, doesn't work correctly, just walk away. Unless you mechanically sound and you're gonna buy it for $50. I get it. But I've seen some people go out and spend $350, $800. They come home and the stove doesn't work. So please have the seller start the stove, run the stove. It should start, it's a sequence. It should start, it should go through a run sequence and a shutdown sequence. Once it does all that, and if you don't hear a lot of noises in the stove, and you get a pretty good buy, go for it. So that's my suggestion. So Briggs is going to show you how this stove operates. It's very, very simple. I do like it. You can be in temp mode or manual mode where you can just turn it on and off manually. So I do like this interface here. So in a second, we're going to what? Did I miss something?
No, you're doing pretty good. I think you covered majority of it. But yeah, we're going to be joined on there, and that's called the what?
Well, I call it the interface, but it's the user board, or what would you call it?
Control panel?
Control panel.
Lots of names for it.
I think it's good. Control panel, and then in the internal part, there's a control board, which is the circuitry there as well. So this is a two-piecer. But I like this one. It's the simplicity. There's a lot of people that say, Brian, I don't want a computer that's going to take me to the moon with all these options. They want to turn it on and off and make it simple with a few buttons. This one does have that. So yeah, whoever gets this one down the line will definitely enjoy it. And so anyway, we're going to hook up the exhaust here, and Briggs is going to show you how to work it, and we'll show you a real flame, kind of what it looks like. You know.
AI, CGI, any
No.
of that?
Oh my gosh. You know, some of these things, sometimes you look on the internet, you see these ginormous flames. Well, they're kind of real, but not really. So we always like to show you reality. So stick with us, but as we go on to the next scene. But you know what? Help us grow. Please hit the subscribe button, like and share. We'll continue to make videos for you, your friends, and your family. Briggs, let's show them how this stove works.
Let's do it. Okay, so right here, this is your control panel. And we're just going to show you just a quick rundown of how it works. So right here, you'll have your heat levels, you have your power button. Here's the mode for manual mode and temperature mode button. Here's the up and down arrows. This is a U stove, so some of the little bits of the decoration pieces are gone, but the buttons still work. And up here, you got the Celsius or Fahrenheit switch button. Right here, it'll tell you which mode it is, either manual or a T-stat, the degree type, and then also you'll have your LED viewing right here. So simply, when this thing is plugged in, you want to turn it on, hit this button. Right here, it'll show you what the room temperature sense is showing. If I hit this button, go back and forth between Celsius and degrees. Right here, you can see the heat level. If I hit this button, it'll go up or it will go down. You got heat levels between 1 and 5. This button right here doesn't work because this stove is designed for you to switch modes when it's actually in running mode. And running mode is when it's detected enough heat, you got the fire, and it's at a startup mode. You'll have like three phases of a pellet stove: startup mode, run mode, and shutdown mode. But basically for that is a quick overview of this control panel. Pretty straightforward. If you want to know more, and especially a lot of the advanced stuff, usually for all pellet stoves, brands and models, you can easily find the online version of the manuals on the internet for free, and it's really handy. Anyway, hopefully that helps. All right, so now we're ready for the test burn. Got anything things to say before we I'll just fire her up?
Yep, let's fire it up and let's show people how this US stove works.
All right, sounds good. All right, everyone, that's all that we got for you. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this pellet stove review for the US stove model
5660.
Exactly. We did the 360, showed you how the control panel works. You got to see this thing start up. This thing probably started up in about a little less than 5 minutes and so.
Yeah.
And so not a bad startup, not super slow, not the fastest, but overall not bad. It's got a really good flame on this one. Puts out some pretty good heat. Pretty straightforward stove, so overall not bad.
No, not bad at all. The reason why I think it took just a little under 5 minutes to start is because of that bad burn pot that was in there. So once we put the new one in there, it's going to be more of a direct heat, and it should start a lot faster. But a really, really nice, vibrant flame with the bay windows, everything good. So if you find one like this out there in the market for sale, and again, have the seller turn it on, have it go through the whole sequence, so you can have a nice stove when you get home that actually works and it won't be a boat anchor. So Briggs, I'll tell you what.
What's up?
We thank them.
Yep, thank you guys. We appreciate it. See you on the next one.
You bet. Bye-bye.